if you are preparing for NECO SSC, NECO GCE, WAEC SSC, and WAEC GCE, then this video is for you. We are going to revise the NECO 2023 Part 1 Question 1 question. This is the question on the theory part. And in this question, we are asked to find the relationship between P, Q, and Z. And 2, we are asked to find Z when P is equal to 3 and Q is equal to 5 in this direct and inverse variation question. We are told that P varies directly as the square root of Q and inversely as a cube of Z. When P is equal to 5, Q is equal to 3, and Z is equal to 1. We are asked to find this. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel for more NECO past question solution. This is going to prepare you ahead for your exam. Now, in general, we have variation questions that can come to you. It can be direct variation, inverse, joint, or partial variation. Now, two quantities are said to be directly varies when one increases and the other decreases. When we say they are inversely varying, then as one increases, the other does what? Decreases. Now, from this question, we are told that P varies directly as what? As the square of Q. Great. Now, that means as P increases, Q also does what? Increases. That same P now varies inversely as the cube of Z. So that means as the cube of Z decreases, P will do what? Increase. And that is what inverse variation is all about. So in that question, you are asked to find the relationship between P, Q, and K. Given that your P is equal to 5, Q is equal to 3, and Z is equal to 1. So we are given our P to be equal to 5. We are given our Q to be equal to 3. And we are given our Z to be equal to 1. So the first question is to find the relationship between them. Now, what ties values or quantity is the variation sign. So the first task we'll have is to remove the variation sign and we'll replace that with a constant. So the value of our P will now be equal to constant Q squared divided by our Z to the power of 3. Now, if we solve this expression, we are going to find the relationship holding them once we find the value of K, because on this expression, our K is we don't know. So remember that we are giving our P to be equal to 5, Q is equal to 3, and Z is equal to 1. So let's substitute those expressions. We'll have our P to be equal to 5. So 5 is equal to constant multiplied by Q squared, and Q is equal to 3. We are told 3 squared divided by Z is equal to 1 Q. So if you simplify that expression, you are going to have this to become 5 to be equal to 9K, because 1 to the power of 3 is equal to 1. So to divide both sides by 9, divide here by 9, you come to see that your K will be equal to 5 divided by 9. And that's the value for K. Now, let's insert that value for K into the main expression we get. If we insert the value of K into that main expression, that will now give us the constant, the relationship holding the expression P. So this will be equal to K 5 divided by 9 multiplied by q squared divided by z cube, right? So that's the expression we are giving. So if we simplify this expression, we'll have p to be equal to 5q squared divided by 9z cube. And this is the relationship holding p, q, and z. So we've answered the first question. The first question says we should find the relationship holding p, q, and what? And z. And the relationship is p equal to 5q squared divided by 9z squared. So you see, that makes that easy. So the next question says you should find z when p is equal to 3 and q is equal to 5. So let's find out that this relationship holding them is now what we are going to use to find the value of z. In the next solution, we are asked to find z. We are not given z when p is equal to 3 and q is equal to 5. Now, considering the relationship holding them, we'll have p to be equal to 5q squared divided by 9z cube. So if we simplify this, we can simply find the value of z. Now you'll find out that z is on this other side, and then we need to make z the subject of formula before we can substitute the value of p and q. Now, this is where your knowledge of the subject of formula comes in. To make z to the power of 3 the subject of formula, the first thing that should come to your mind is to multiply both sides by 9z cubed. So this will give us p multiplied by 9z cubed equal to 5q squared divided by 9z cubed multiplied by 9z cubed. Now if we do that, this is going to clear this and will make our expression a bit easier. So 9z cubed multiplied by p will be equal to 5q squared. So further find the value of z to the power of 3, we are going to divide both sides by 9p. If you divide both sides by 9p, you are going to see that 9 will clear 9 and p will clear p, and then we'll have z to the power of 3 to be equal to 5q squared divided by 9p. This makes it easier for you to solve this question easily. So the next thing you need to do is to take the cube root of both sides. If you take the cube root of both sides, remember, if you take the cube root of both sides, you'll be gradually you clear cube root can only clear cube root. So we'll have 5q squared divided by 9p. So if this clears this, automatically the value of our z will be equal to the cube root of 5q squared divided by 9p. So we can now insert the value of our q and our p, which is p equal to 3 and q equal to 5, to find the value of z. So if we do that, the value of z will now be equal to the cube root of 5 multiplied by, remember our q is 5 squared, so this will give us 5 squared divided by 9 multiplied by 3. So what do we have here? Everything is just out. We are going to find the cube root of this whole expression. So I don't believe in using calculator. Z is equal to, this is what the cube root of 5 to the power of 3, because according to the law of indices, 5 to the power of 1 multiplied by 5 to the power of 2, this will give you 5 to the power of 1 plus 2, and this will give you 5 to the power of 3, right? Good. This will be divided by, this can also give us 3 to the power of 2 multiplied by 3 to the power of 1. So that will give us 3 to the power of 3. Now, do you see something? That the both has the same power. So according to the law of indices, we can assign one power to them. So we'll have 3 to be equal to 5 divided by 3, all to the power of 3. So from here, the cube can divide the cube, and then our z will be equal to 5 divided by 3. So the solution to this equation is z equal to 5 divided by 3. Now, if you did this, you are going to be able to solve this question completely, and that's the B part of the question. And you'll be able to get your complete 8 marks, because in the second part, part 1, you are given 5 questions to answer the 5 questions, and this is question number 1 of the 5 questions. All you need to do is to solve this question just as we have done to grab your 8 marks from this first part. I know you did enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to like it and share it with friends and colleagues, and also remember to subscribe to our channel for more simplified mathematics solutions. Thanks so much for watching, and bye bye.